Now we're going to move on to edge pairing, which is basically no different than edge pairing on a 4x4, except for you have to build 1x3 bars instead of 1x2. Okay, so you're going to look around the queue for some that's already solved, just like this one. So the green and white, or green and yellow, and then let's look for the other green and yellow, which is right here. So flip that up. It's flipped, so do the flipping algorithm, right, up, inverted, front inverted, up, front. There we go. Put it up there. Okay, and it's just that for the entire, remember, do the 4 up here. Okay, so I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. Okay, so once you've gotten the 4 up here, don't forget to realign your layers just like that. So you have 4 solved edges on top. Okay, so you're going to take those 4 edges and you're going to flip them to the bottom. Now what you're going to do is you're going to work on these 4. Okay, so you're going to do the exact same thing, just you don't have to look on the bottom for any of the pieces. So, let's see, move a blue piece, blue and black piece over just like that. Then I can see that this blue and black I can bring down here if I just move this side up, move this over, and then move this down. Therefore this can just slide into place there. And as you can see, you're kind of messing up the centers by the way I'm doing it right now, but it's fine because if you bring it up and then if you want you can fix them afterwards, or you don't have to fix them afterwards and you can just leave them there, and then once you're done with the whole thing, fix them. Just doing it like advanced edge pairing, which I will make a full tutorial on, but for right now I'm just gonna kind of go through the motions with you guys. Okay, so I can see that the Christmas colors right here with another Christmas color. Okay, so there we go. Now I can see, there we go, same color. So red on red, you're going to just bring that up, bring that over, bring it down, over, up, over, down. Okay, then look for another one, green, gotta flip. Flipping algorithm, and there you go. So basically it's just like that. You just gotta make sure that you don't mess up any of the you don't mess up, like, let's say a side is like that and you go like that. You don't want to do that because that's gonna mess up the center in a while. Okay, so you're gonna move that there, make sure it's fixed correctly. Okay, what I can see is this blue piece, so if I flip that over, that lines up there. Okay, now let's say you're getting to a side and you have these 2 over here and you have this blue and yellow piece up here. Okay, so you have to get this piece down here. Now you need this blue and yellow piece on the bottom here so that when you slide it over, it's right here. Like, it would be perfect if you could go like that, but that edge is up there plus the center is messed up. So what you're going to do is you're going to move this piece out from the top and you're going to bring that up. Okay, so that you have this space to put it into because the blue and yellow is down there. You move that up and then just move it back in place just like that. And there you go, that moves there just like that. There's an algorithm at the bottom of the screen if you just want to follow the algorithm instead. Okay, then all you have to do is make sure that there's an unsolved edge either in the front and back. Put it up, move that edge back and down. Now you're on the last 4 centers. Now I'm just going to give you a little quick insight on the advanced edge pairing for the last 4 centers. You're going to make sure that they are all on this level of 4. Okay, so you don't want like some up here, some over here, maybe some down here. You want them all on this middle layer. Doesn't matter where the centers are, just make sure before you do this all the centers are solved. Okay, so that it's not all with the lines and everything. Okay, so you're going to put it back just like that. Okay, so what you're going to look for is you're going to start with any random edge. Usually I would start with an edge that's already got like 2 done, but I can see that none of them have any done yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this red and yellow right here, and as I can see that there's another red and yellow right here. And I can see that if I moved it over, it would line up perfectly. But I can't move any up here because none of them line up, so I can't just bring one up and then bring an unsolved edge down. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do the flipping algorithm so that when I put this back, I'm not just undoing a move. I'm actually bringing this piece back over here. So do the flipping algorithm so that you're bringing this piece now, because that piece just flipped itself up there. Now you're going to flip that underneath. Okay, now you're going to look for the other one, which is right over here. And as you can see, that the red and yellow, if you were to move it over, but if you do the flipping algorithm, as you would move it back, it would mess up that corner. Okay? So we're in the same case where if you would just move it over. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn this face 180 degrees. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring this bottom layer, so this piece right here, and you're going to move it right under the edge piece that you're going to need to bring over here. And then with the piece that you need to bring over to the piece of 2, you're going to do this, you're going to do the flipping algorithm. Therefore, when you fix this line, it will solve that edge. Now you're on the last 3. Now, same thing for this. Another thing you want to look for is, let's say you have this orange and yellow and an orange and yellow, but see how they're flipped, so that this orange yellow, but then orange yellow is backwards there. So what you can do is find the other orange and yellow piece, which is already on the same line. So all I have to do is do a double D turn. Okay, now I can see that that's lined up. Now I'm going to do the flipping algorithm. Therefore, because that piece was flipped and I just flipped this edge, when I move it back, it's going to solve it. Okay, now you're on the last 2 centers. Okay, so you're going to need to know one new algorithm for the last two edges, and that algorithm, it's a bit long, so you may want to write it down or something, but after about, I don't know, maybe a few days, it'll be in your head cold. Okay, so what it's going to do, it's going to switch these 2 edges here. It's not going to touch these 2, it's just going to switch these 2. Okay, you want to make sure the 2 that you want to switch are on here. And you're basically going to just keep switching pieces until it lines up. Okay, so what you're going to do is it's going to be this algorithm: left inverted, up 2, left inverted, up 2, front 2, left inverted, front 2, right, up 2, right inverted, up 2, L2. And that algorithm is done with 2 layers on each, just like that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're basically going to play around until you have all blue, all the blue and oranges, on, and then all on either side. And then there's one parity case which you're going to need to learn one algorithm for. Okay, so using a combination of the flipping algorithm, so that you line 2 pieces up next to each other, and then using that algorithm, you may get it to where the sides are completely solved. Okay? But if not, and you get it to where they are, but they're both flipped, now this only works if they're both flipped. Okay? If one of them's flipped, I will show you that case in just a second. Okay? So if they're both flipped, you're going to do this algorithm for each side. Okay? It's the same parity algorithm that happens with the 4x4. Okay? So it's going to be, again, right 2, back 2, up 2, left prime, up 2, right prime, up 2, right, up 2, front 2, right, front 2, left prime, back 2, R2. And that flips those, but what it does is it flips these pieces underneath. So that's why you would need to do it to this side as well. So you're going to do the same thing. And there you go, it's solved. Now the last parity case you may have is if only one edge is flipped incorrectly and then all the other edges are flipped right. So what you're going to do now is you're going to do the exact same algorithm, Okay, and once you do that, it's going to flip these pieces. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take any of the edges and you're going to flip one of them. Okay, so you're going to just flip one of the edges. Okay, just like that. Therefore, when this piece switches with that, that'll line up. When this piece switches with that, that'll line up. So you're just going to do the algorithm that I taught you just about 2 minutes ago. So that algorithm, okay, just appear on the screen. And then you're going to do it to the other side. Okay, so make sure they're on the right side. And there you go. You have all the centers and edges done. Now all that needs to be done is solve it like a 3x3. And when you solve it like the 3x3, there are no parodies. It's just like a normal 3x3 because the edges and the centers are fixed. So you should have no problem solving it like a 3x3. I hope this video tutorial helped. Please subscribe if you want to learn how to solve any of my other 32 puzzles. And have a nice day. Ta-da!